were known as barrel-headed eagles. So, of course, barrel-headed eagles eventually became bald-headed eagles, which eventually became bald eagles, and that's where they got their name. That's what you know. That's what bald eagles are. That's the first thing to know about bald eagles. Secondly, it's also fish eagles. They have fish for a living. Quite a few fish eagle species, not just one or two, quite a few different ones. And the bald eagle is one of the bigger ones, one of the biggest ones, the most but the bald eagle suffered so badly as well. DDT was a real problem for top predators in the 1960s and 70s. Just after the Second World War, DDT was used a lot. In fact, it was used a long ago before the First World War. And it's an insecticide. It kills insects. And DDT affected top predators on the back. Top predators, that in fact, birds that were atop their trees, peregrine falcons and bald eagles, those 8 things that were infected with DDT. Now, hopefully today, territory is slightly windier than it was the last few days. It's having terrible trouble getting to go anywhere recently, because when it's very, very still, it can't be bothered. He weighs in at just under 10 pounds, and to be able to hold 10 pounds of airframe up in the air when it's not windy is hard work. And he'll do a little bit of flying around. He'll be lucky if he flies around for about a minute or so. But when the wind picks up, he will pick and glide up to a reasonable height. In fact, his longest he's ever flown for is 6 hours without landing. So he can fly for a reasonable length of time. He hasn't done that for a few years. It flew 4 hours without landing last year. But it does take an effort to stay up in the air when it's not windy. Yeah, as you can see, it's cruising around above those trees there. What it really needs is lots of leaves all over those trees. So as the wind comes from your right to left, it hits those trees and lifts up and above it. So he's trying to get the lift up and above the top of the house. As you can see, he's going to flap his wings rather a lot today. And when he has to flap his wings a lot, normally he can't be bothered, so he'll come back in a moment. But this comes down from his watch his line. He has a 7-foot wingspan, and on the end of his wings, you'll see daylight between his feathers. Now that is incredibly important for eagles. They use those feathers to work out a bird, to get themselves ready to be. They are their primary flying feathers. And as the name would suggest, they are the most important part of their flight. And they are the distinguishing feature between eagles, vultures, and other birds of prey. If you see a buzzard, for example, flying around, you'll see all feathers on the top of their wings touch. And it's a very easy way, if you go up to Scotland, to tell the difference between eagles and buzzards. There are in Scotland 1,500 golden eagles, but there are also 20,000 buzzards. They're much, much more likely to be buzzards. And of course, everyone, well, quite often you hear the Scottish people actually say that the buzzard is in fact the poor man's eagle. And they will say that because everyone knows that they've not seen an eagle, seen an eagle. But not only that, eagles are much, much more shy. They don't tend to go anywhere near people very much. So if you do go up there and do some bird watching, look for those freaking white feathers on the end of the wing, or finger-like projections. Right, let's give them a shout, see if we get this fishing. We have got an enormous fishing lake, as you can see, just down in the middle of the pond. Not big, but and in here we'll go salmon surprise. Chicken. Those people were here earlier, that was salmon surprise. And hopefully, oh hello, the tiger's coming in well. Hopefully he'll show us how good he is at fishing. And he is pretty good at fishing, and the buzzard is a brother. The other thing to look for as buzzards, as opposed to an eagle as well, is dihedral. Dihedral meaning the wings sweep up to the tip. And buzzards do a bit more of that, V-shaped wings, whereas the eagles have more flat wings. So different sort of angles of the wings. And dolphins, by the way, have dihedral wings. The wings hang down to the tip. And that's very unstable. It means that if you tilt one way or other, because the poultry just tips over on its back. And it's the same as fighter aircraft. Fighter aircraft, exactly the same, have their wings sweep down. It's very unstable, but very manoeuvrable. So Falcon, which needs more manoeuvrability, has that wing platform. The buzzard which stays up in the air for hours on it, has much more stable wing platform, a bit like the 747 kind of wing platform. So first of all, the bald eagle, first of all, has to see a fish just under the surface of the water. So the first thing you need is you need to be able to see the fish that's just under the first thing you need to do is to look down at the bottom. There's a fish just on the surface. Now, you can draw something like that. Those are which are fried and stick right up on the surface. So here, they are the two colours fish tend to live for. That's the first thing. Secondly, he then needs to be able to see that fish when it's just on the surface. It's got very, very good eyesight. Now, everyone knows the expression eagle-eyed. He's very eagle-eyed, that chap, can see very well. Generally saying, of course, the birds, eagles have very good vision. They do have terrifically good vision, but they also have good hearing. Don't ever be conned into the fact that it's something that an eagle has for the hearing. They can hear anything over a huge range. They've got very good hearing indeed. They pair for life, and that means that the male has to hear the female when she gives him instructions over a long range. This is true because otherwise you're not paired for life. And also as well, they hear their females, shake apart, they know their females by hearing. If you put 20 bald eagles in a row, you never know the difference between them. But as soon as they open their mouth, you tell if they have a unique call. So as they have a nice unique call, they have the ability to hear each other. Anyway, if you're good at eyesight, see a fish that's on the surface of the water, and when you see the fish that's conveniently right up on the surface, you start to run. And so pulling your wings in tight, he drops down towards the surface of the water, doing around 160 miles an hour. They are very quick. No eagles can fly less than 100 miles an hour. They're all quicker than 100. But they have one major problem, and this is not certain. All of them do 100 miles an hour in a straight line, peregrines can do 200 miles an hour at the same time. So the eagle doesn't have that ability. It's too big and heavy. Gravity works against them. But they can all do 100 miles an hour in a straight line. And they use that speed to be able to sneak up on their prey. They're coming in a real high pace. Okay? They're coming in a real high pace. They're fast as they come towards their prey. And then swinging, coming in fast and furious. They can pitch at 100 miles an hour. They're pitching at 100 miles an hour. And of course, the reason to do that, once you take the fish's tail and it's dropped, the knees come in fast and grab it on the way past. Now, it can't drag his feet roughly to the right position. He has to be sharp accurate. So to plunge his feet in, it can't drag him through the water because at 100 miles an hour, the water is solid. So you have to go bang in, grab the fish, yank it out. Now, if you fish a salmon or a trout twice their body weight, and you can also, as well, you can drop it. Fish are very slippery. So the way to catch it is to hit straight through, with a strike with his foot at 100 miles an hour, and put around 2 tons of pressure on the point of his salmon in order to stick it straight through the fish. And by the way, it will go straight through your hand, I know that. And it goes straight through the fish, and then he has to yank it out of the water, break the suction of the water, as well as accelerate the fish up to 100 miles an hour instantly. Now, it might be some of that. Now, that's 2 races to do. And they're testing in the very much after that now. And they don't take the still where they did make it, didn't they? And that's not the right one. Anyway, nice to see you. Now, he comes from North America, of course. America's national bird, by the way. Anyone know Britain's national bird? Or England's, I should say. Now, if I went to a elementary school in America and I said, to all 5-year-olds, what's your national bird? They'd instantly say, bald eagle. Ask anyone in Britain, they know. And just say, sure, well, that's the opposite what we are. Anyway, the English national bird is quite a lot smaller. The French have an eagle, the Germans have an eagle, the Austrians have an eagle, the Americans have an eagle, Canadians have an eagle, Brazilians have an eagle, and we have something somewhat smaller, about an inch. All of that close crops there and have been all the time. The Americans very nearly lost their bald eagle in 1970, and that's because of this GDP crisis. They went from half a million to 2,000 by 1972. It's really not that at all. However, they come right back up again now to 60,000 and they're fairly good breeders. So let's go up to North America now. It's a good chance to see them, especially on a cruise around the Canadian Great Lakes. You can tell me now, I haven't been on one. I'm not lucky enough to go on one around the Canadian Great Lakes, and apparently that's a good place to be. So anyway, they come from the coastal areas of North America during the spring and early summer, where they nest and breed. 1 to 3 chicks, normally 1, sometimes 3, and they have 1 to 3 chicks a year. And then in the autumn, they, as the salmon spawn and do their run up the rivers, the eagles follow them. They know at the end of that spawning run, they all die and they get a feast. Now, if I got here come the raven again. There was some dead fish. We'll go back again then. And so if I got a, I don't know whether I'm right, surely. If I got a dead salmon and left it in the middle of the ground here, and left it for a week or so, and then said, eat that raw if you like, it would kill you. There's bugs inside, it would be lethal. However, not only does the eagle manage to survive them, they actually thrive on that sort of food. So they're very, very strong stomachs. They can eat more or less any rubbish, and they don't care. A bit like vultures, they can eat any old rotten food. They're really doing good to their time at all. Come on then, come on. Try and get the steak off again. It's twice and that's still on. Not worth it. So anyway, off we go. He's just coming up to his 11th birthday. He became an adult when he was 7, so he is nicely a reasonable age for a bald eagle. And they have a life expectancy of around 40 years or so. You'll get around. I'm pressing my land on the nearest place to see if we get the fish one more time. Anyway, their life expectancy of around 40 years. Oh, no. Keep going. We can't fish from there. They can't fish from there. If I put it in, you can't fish from there. That was the longest one yet. Anyway, so they really don't like still. But today, Sherry better than we Johnny Cracker today for lunch. Very, very good food for you. Very fatty. Incredibly fatty food. Very tough. So, one of his favourites. Now, his absolute favourite is salmon, which he gets quite regularly. He eats the oil for his diet, that's all. But doesn't eat it every day. In the autumn, when they end up there following the salmon as they spawn up the rivers, they end up in the middle of America, where it's very, very cold. And once the temperature gets to, of course, to -1 or more, don't you wander around there. Once it gets to -1 or so, of course, all the water gets a bit solid. It's rather difficult to fish in water up to -1. So he hasn't got to change sauce to cut through the ice. In fact, in parts of their range, it gets to -40 degrees centigrade. And so therefore, he then has to swap into fishing for something slightly different. And then he fishes for anything that runs around on the land. Hares is one of his favourite prey. And also, as well, he will then also scavenge. And he will beak up anything. They all mob up together in the winter. And if they find some protein that anything else has found, they will go and have it off them. And that normally includes things like wolves. If a wolf, in fact, has caught something, then the bald eagles will go and fish it off them. They will nick it from them. They will fish it off them. Yep. Right. They will fish it off them. And so any bird that's brave enough to take dead meat off a wolf just goes to show how impressive they are. But they have to do it in a mob. They can't do it on their own. They all dive in and bomb the wolves until they run off, and then they feast on the dead carcass. And that's what they do, which then return to their breeding sites during the spring. They pair for life, and once they've paired for life, they return to the same nest every year as well, and they add a few sticks to it every single year. Net result is they're the birds with the biggest nest in the world as well. Huge nest. So they can get anything up to 3/4 ton in weight. So a really hefty nest. Well, I'm going to ask him to go off around once more time, and I call him into my hand for his wrap today for lunch. If you do have the urge to run out, fetch his food off him, just be aware that bald eagles have a bit of trouble with fighting. Now, when you caught a big salmon, and there's more than enough food for more than one or two eaters. So what they normally do is that they all sit there and thinking, somebody's going to go in a minute. They wait for one of them to catch a fish, and they all go bombing off the front to feed it off them. Their result is that all they do is bred with a very good ability to spend their lunch. They have a very good bite and a very fast strike, and if either of them don't work, they get their wings and they whack as hard as possible into anything that's coming along to try and get their lunch. So if you do have this urge to nick his lunch, just be aware. He's got a very, very sharp beak indeed. And his bite's quite impressive. Go on. So anyway, so far nobody's actually ever wanted to steal his rat off him. His raw rat, you know, I don't know, somebody might like rats, I don't know right they are. Has anyone actually ever had rats? I don't know if I've ever asked anyone. Has anyone ever had rats? Sometimes people get a mistake in the old guidebooks in Thailand and they buy something off a street trader and it turns out not to be chicken because the bones aren't quite right. Okay. So anyway, some people take can't do that. Right, here we go. Hang on a minute, I'm not ready yet. Come on. There we go. Right, as you can see, it's not exactly badly behaved, it's very well behaved, but he is 11 this year, so we expect slightly better results than 11. But he will still try and take your arm off if you try and take your arm. There we go. Now, he can swallow it down in one go. He'll only eat it in little pieces if he believes that people aren't going to try and steal it off him. But he can get that down in one go. So if he eats little pieces, in little pieces, believes that everyone's not going to eat his lunch. And also as well, as you can see from how easily he just chews it up, it doesn't take him much effort to chew up a nice juicy piece of rat there. He really doesn't, he is really quite powerful with his teeth. He can chop up most things. And when you see him tackling a salmon head, you wouldn't believe how quickly he gets through it and how well he can crunch up the bone. He's got a pretty powerful beak. So 1 to 3 chicks a year. This one was bred in Kent, and I don't mean Kent, Massachusetts, I mean Kent as in right outside London. He was born at a centre called Eagle Heights, which is just around the M25. Well worth a visit if anyone ever goes in that direction. A place called Eynsford, near the Dartford Tunnel. And he's bred there, and in fact, they have a very successful breeding pair there. There aren't a huge number of breeding pairs of Bald Eagles in the UK, and we've got no intention at the moment of breeding